Hello internet, my name is Lave, and this week I actually had the pleasure of going to see Baywatch a full 3-4 months before it even came out as part of a market research thing. I don't think it even comes out in America until May. I saw it on Thursday the 23rd of February and today's the 26th of February. I don't know if you can see that. So please bear in mind this review is based on what I saw. It might be different to the final product. It will be quite interesting to see if anything has changed in the interim. But I've got to say, for what it is, I actually did really enjoy it. So Dwayne The Rock Johnson has taken over from David Hasselhoff as Mitch Buchannon, and he really is a legend on the beach. And he often goes out of his jurisdiction, not only saving people in the water, but solving crimes. And they do make fun of it. I will say that this is a very kind of self-aware film. The Rock really does bring his star power and charisma to the role. He's the lieutenant in charge of his team of lifeguards who he considers his family, and that all gets threatened when a new recruit turns up in the shape of Zac Efron. He is a disgraced Olympic swimmer who's been brought on to help freshen up the brand of Baywatch, and of course that causes a bit of friction between him and The Rock, and I really liked the chemistry between the two. The Rock belittles him whenever he can. He calls him Justin Bieber or One Direction, and Zac Efron's character thinks that it's going to be the easiest job in the world. He just has to jump into the water to save a few people from time to time, but is shocked to discover that they often go out of their jurisdiction. And that's one thing that I will say, I think they didn't get the consistency of Zac Efron's character right. At first he seems like just a normal guy. Alright, he's a disgraced former Olympic champion, but he's quite a normal guy in terms of his intelligence. He's actually right in saying we shouldn't be going out and solving these drug problems and these other problems. We're just lifeguards. But then he does turn into sort of like a Joey Tribbiani type dumb character, but I actually preferred it when he was being the dumb character. And in terms of the plot, well, it does get more complicated than the relationship between The Rock and Zac Efron. It involves a drug scandal and real estate scandal, completely far-fetched like the TV series, and it knows it. I like the fact that it's a self-aware comedy. It knows exactly what it is. It's sort of doing for Baywatch what 21 Jump Street did for 21 Jump Street. But I wouldn't say it reaches the same heights as 21 Jump Street. For example, there are some cameos in this which feel like they've just been dropped in, whereas with 21 Jump Street they really worked in the cameos well, I thought. But at the end of the day, all I wanted from this film was for it to make me laugh, and it did on a number of occasions. Most of the laughs came from this one character called Ronnie. I thought he was the best. I thought he was going to be really annoying at first, but pretty much every scene that this guy was in, I was laughing. And then on top of that, I just wanted to see pretty people running around on the beach, just like the show, and that's what you get. I really liked the majority of the performances. Honestly, all of the casting people had to do was cast good-looking, fit people. Alexandra Daddario's in it. Kelly Rohrbach is the new CJ and the object of Ronnie's affections. I thought she was good too. There were a couple of moments with some really dodgy green screen and CGI, particularly on a sequence on a boat on fire, but I would hope that they would sort that out by the time it gets a general release. I will wait to see on that. And it all builds to a completely ridiculous, as you would expect, ending, but it's pretty much what I expected. As I say, all I wanted for this film was to make me laugh, and it did. So that's my thoughts on Baywatch, and pause the video if you want to take a closer look at my enjoyment tracker now. As I say, the people behind this film, including the director Seth Gordon, have clearly watched 21 Jump Street and just given Baywatch the same treatment, and for me it largely worked. It made me laugh. I don't necessarily think that you have to have seen the original TV series. I think it does work on its own as a comedy action film, but certainly some of the jokes are geared towards people who have watched the TV series, and I like the fact that there are a few F-bombs dropped in. So thanks very much for watching my review of Baywatch. I really do appreciate it. If you can, give this video a like, and don't forget to share the Lave.